Well, what's up, guys? This is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and I feel like we have to address the elephant in the room. Trust me, there's a huge elephant in the room. And no, I'm not talking about Keeping It Dutch hitting 200,000 subscribers on YouTube before us, which that in itself is a huge elephant in the room. How in the world did Dutch get to 200,000 subscribers before us? He beat us to 100,000, and now he beat us to 200,000. So if you guys aren't familiar with Keeping It Dutch, he's a good friend of mine. I know by now most of you hate his channel by now. You all call him the clickbait king and all that stuff, but the guy's doing something right. If you're not familiar with him, go check him out. And if you do follow him, go over to his channel and say congratulations on 200,000 subscribers. So we're not talking about that elephant in the room. Well, actually I did talk about that. And no, we're not talking about the fact that this video, at least according to Social Blade, I believe is video number 700 that we've posted on our YouTube channel. 700 videos. That seems like a lot. It is a lot. That's a lot of work. We've put a lot of years, we put a lot of time, a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication into making 700 videos. Some are better than others, but there's 700 of them out there. But that's not the elephant in the room that I'm talking about. Is this the elephant in the room we're talking about? Are we talking about bear? Huh? Are you the elephant in the room that needs to be addressed? That's not it either. So what are we talking about? There's a huge elephant in the room. Well, we'll get into it. I'm gonna go in the house and sit down and talk. But before we talk about that, let's go show you the kitchen. Our kitchen remodel is done. And before we go any farther than this, I just want to say a special thank you to all of my viewers, because just being 100% open, clear, and honest, we paid for our kitchen remodel through our YouTube income. You guys helped us remodel our kitchen. That's a dream that my wife has had for, well, I don't even know how long, probably a decade. She's wanted to remodel our kitchen for a very long time. And I really didn't think that we'd be able to do custom cabinets and granite countertops and all that stuff. But through those 700 videos that so many of you probably watched, most of them, believe it or not. Some of you watch every single video, because I don't know, because you tell me. But we were able to completely gut and remodel our kitchen with the income we made from YouTube. So let's go see that. No one's home right now, so it's just us. So let's go see. So I know some of you were along when we first started demolition. We had all those cabinets across the top up there we had to take down. All of those old 30-year-old cabinets that were installed in this log house. This has been a long process. It's taken us a lot longer than we expected. But it's here, it's done, it's finished. Custom cabinets, granite countertops. Got it, my wife, you know, we came in under budget and was able to buy my wife a new refrigerator, something she was wanting to do. We had to put the columns. Now, my wife is not a big fan of the columns. We had to do that because of electricity. Our electricity comes in from the attic, comes down to keep electricity for our dishwasher and the outlets on the island. We had to do that. Got our big, huge granite countertop island with the T. We haven't purchased bar stools yet, so those are just our old bar stools. We do have to, I think my wife might have ordered those already. They just haven't came in yet. We went with full height all the way to the ceiling cabinets over here, just for extra storage. Used to, there was a kind of a corner pantry built in right here. We tore that out, opened up a lot more countertop space. We went with soft closed doors on all of those. Soft close, we got a bunch of empty drawers. Soft closed drawers. This, Emily's very excited about this because she's the baker in the family, so all kinds of storage for baking supplies. Nice, look at this. We've never had, believe it or not, we've never had a refrigerator that had water, because we didn't have water where the refrigerator was because our sink was over here. And now, bam, we've got water in the refrigerator. And Trashy's down here munching. Trashy, crunching on some cat food. Some of you may not know who Trashy is. We call her Trashy because we found her in a dumpster last winter. She was a baby. She's no longer a baby. She's getting big now, but Trashy's our only house cat we've ever had. And she was found in a dumpster, so we called her Trashy. This is totally new. We never had cabinets on this wall before. My wife wanted to add that for extra storage, so coffee bar, cabinets. I mean, we've just got so much storage. We can't fill our cabinets up. Look at this. That's Weston, Katie, my wife's little sister. Anybody know that guy? Cabinets over here, more storage. These are really cool. Look at these. These are pull-outs and not cabinet doors. So they just pull out for deep storage. My wife wanted the bench seat to kind of tie the coffee bar into her pantry here. So mostly just blanket storage probably. This thing is insane. There is so much storage here. These are all drawers down here. Deep drawers that we have nothing in obviously yet. Well, that one does. Cereal drawer, snack drawer, an empty drawer, and some cabinet doors at the top. We've still got a shelf to put in there. The shelf hasn't been added. So that is so much storage. Something I'm excited about with our table. We did away with our dining room table and just went with the T-shaped island. So that will be our bar and table. But underneath we added storage there too. Oh look, more empty storage. It's so awesome when you can't fill all your cabinets. So there's our kitchen. Hung some pendant lights, got LED can lights in the ceiling. All the popcorn ceilings are down throughout the house except Emily's bedroom. We didn't get to that yet. Textured the ceiling. That was probably the best decision ever. So there you go. Yeah. There's the kitchen. All right, there's the kitchen. It is complete. I say complete. We have a few more small tasks that need to be finished up, but it turned out amazing. I'm absolutely so happy that it's done. My wife is just ecstatic. She loves it. It's exactly what she dreamed of. She planned it all out, drew it all up, and it was all her idea. The colors were her idea, the cabinet styles, everything, countertops, pretty much all her idea because this is her domain. She loves to cook. But so what is the elephant in the room that we need to address? Well, I figure by now that most people have heard, most people are familiar with what's going on in all of the YouTube drama right now. So YouTube recently had to pay out a huge fine to the FTC for violating the Child Protection Act stuff. It's, or COPPA. COPPA is the official terminology. And there's a lot of changes coming down the pipe that are going to affect so many YouTube channels. But the problem is right now is everything is so vague. All of the information YouTube's putting out to creators basically just says, if you make content that's for kids, you're going to lose a lot of stuff. I'll tell you exactly what all we're going to lose. But the problem is the guidelines for what is kids content and what's not are really, really vague. So there's a lot of kids channels. We understand. I think everybody knows there's a lot of channels aimed directly at kids, like Ryan's Toy Review and just children's cartoon channels and things like Minecraft channels that are geared towards kids. There's a lot of content geared directly at kids, targeted kids. Then there's a lot of channels that are mature audiences only that I'm sure some of you know a lot of channels that have a lot of cussing and a lot of foul language and tobacco and alcohol and all that stuff. That's geared and directed 100% at adults. Well, then there's this gray area in the middle where folks like myself come in. Do I make videos directly for children? And by the way, YouTube and COPPA say a child is anyone under the age of 13. I don't feel like most of my videos are made for children. And I'll explain what I mean, because there are some, like when Houston and I go to the creek and he's trapping minnows and things like that, I could see where YouTube could say that's a child's type video. totally okay with that. I get it. I'll agree with that. But there's some stipulations that say, and I'll just read. I've got a list pulled up right here. I'll put it up on the screen. These are factors to consider from YouTube. This is what they would say is made for kids. The subject matter of the video, if children are the intended audience, if it includes child actors or models, we'll come back to that one. If it includes characters, celebrities, or toys that appeal to children, if it uses language that is meant for children to understand, if it includes activities that appeal to children, if it includes songs, stories, or poems that appeal to children. That is so broad. But the one that really has me hung up is if it includes child actors or models. So you guys know that Houston and Emily, but especially Houston's a huge part of my channel. He's probably one of the driving forces that have kept us going to make these 700 videos. And if I can't put Houston in our videos, I don't know that I will be that excited to continue, because it will literally break his heart. If I tell him you can't be in any more videos because our channel could be shut down, that will break his heart. And just because Houston is in a video, if I say we go out and make a video, Houston and I go to the garden and we plant tomatoes, and he goes and plays in his little strawberry patch, and we show you something about a tomato cage. To me, that video is not intended for kids to watch. Is it family-friendly content that a kid may be sitting there watching? Yeah, possibly, but I'm not making a tomato video with the intended audience being children. But just because Houston's in there, that stipulation, I just don't feel comfortable with. So if it includes child actors or models, that makes it a kid video? I don't know. So if Houston can't be a part of our channel, it's going to be really hard for me to continue to do this, because I do it because he enjoys it. I enjoy it. I absolutely love building this community. And our YouTube channel is a community. We have people that have followed us for years, and we interact with and talk to and comment and all that stuff. If we're not able to interact with that community because Houston can't be involved, it's going to be hard to keep going. So COPPA is all falls under the FTC, and they're the ones that are going to be coming after individual creators in the future, possibly. So it's not one of those times where everybody just gets on here and bashes YouTube, and YouTube is out of control and YouTube's going to run themselves in the ground. YouTube is being regulated by the federal government. So if you have to go in and mark your entire channel as it could be directed towards kids, that is devastating to a YouTube channel. So you can go in and choose to pick your whole channel to be for kids or adults, or you can go in and mark individual videos and say this video, the intended audience is children, but this video is adults. You know how long that would take with 700 videos? If I have to go in and watch each individual one, and even if Houston is just in the video and I have to mark that a child's video, that's going to take a lot of time. So if you decide that your videos and your channel appeals to children, what are you going to lose? What's the big loss there? Well, the biggest thing is you lose personalized ads, which that basically means YouTube tracks what you watch and what you do, and personalized ads are ones that are directed towards each individual viewer. And the way YouTube's pay scale is and the way they pay out, you pay a lot more, or you get paid a lot more for videos on channels that have personalized ads. YouTube has even said if your channel gets personalized ads taken off, you could lose 60 to 90% of your income, and that is devastating. So what else will you lose? Channels will not have stories, community tab, the notification bell, and the viewer's ability to save to watch later or save to a playlist. So if I have to mark my channel as made for kids, because there are a lot of children that watch my channel, even though I don't feel like my intended audience is kids. My intended audience is the family. I want to create a channel. I want to create videos that an entire family can sit down in the evening and watch and not have to worry about what's going on, what's being said, worry about my morals, worry about my language, worry about my values. I want to produce something that you have 100% faith in that I'm not going to be leading you or your children down the wrong path. And that is what's going to cause us to be punished. So does this mean this is the end of YouTube for us? No, we're not going to quit YouTube right now. Don't stress out, guys. There's going to be some really big changes over the next couple months in the YouTube platform itself. All this is mandatory to go into effect by January 1st. So there's a lot of time between now and then. There's a lot of things YouTube, I'm sure, is probably sending lobbyists to Washington, D.C. to fight for us. I don't know all the details, but if every channel on YouTube has to go in that has any child actor or any videos that may or may not, because that's so up for interpretation as to what child videos are, that huge gray area. Now remember, I'm not talking about the ones that are preschool type videos and nursery rhymes and Ryan's toy review and kid videos, or the very mature content out there. I'm talking about that huge gray area. Basically, every family vlog channel out there could potentially lose 60 to 90% of their income. That's devastating, not only to the creators, but to YouTube itself. I don't rely on the YouTube income as my only source of income. We've got multiple streams of income and I still have my full-time career. But I will say this, having our YouTube channel monetized and it producing more and more and more income all the time is huge in what keeps us going constantly to produce more content, and better content and all that stuff. So I really don't know what this means yet. I do know if YouTube is going to demonetize a lot of my videos or take those personalized ads off and we lose 60 to 90% of our income, then we will probably be forced to go out and find more brand sponsors to sponsor videos. And I know some people aren't okay with that, but if you can go out and get a sponsor if it's a company that you trust and you stand by and you think is a good product, if you get that company to make up for that loss in your profits, then that just makes sense to me. So you may be seeing more brand deals if we have to, but I don't know for sure. So anywho, guys, that's the elephant in the room. YouTube it's not their fault. It's not YouTube's fault. Don't blame YouTube. I know a lot of people want to jump on that bandwagon. We'll all get our pitchforks and spears and go attack YouTube, just like when the adpocalypse happened. Things like this happen on YouTube. It's a huge platform and I'm sure they're working on it. It'll all work out in the end. And if this forces us to say, hey, we're not gonna take the risk, because hey, I didn't mention this earlier, the FTC can fine individual creators up to $43,000 per video if they wanted to come after you because you didn't label your stuff as children's content. That's a huge risk. I don't feel like taking that kind of risk for my family and my family's future. So I don't know what the future holds with YouTube. Hopefully we're still here in a few months. Hopefully we're still producing content, making videos, doing things like remodeling our kitchen with our income and our profits, and we all just go home happy. I don't know. Guys, I think that's gonna end it for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the kitchen remodel. I think it's awesome. It turned out great. I love it. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions or tips, YouTube has said, if you don't know if your content is geared for kids or not, contact an attorney. And that's kind of expensive too. So what do you think? Do you think my channel is geared towards kids or adults? Let me know in the comments section down below. I know I have a lot of adults that watch and a lot of kids that watch. I don't feel like we make the majority of our content for kids, but let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Y'all have a great day. And as always, we'll see you on the next video.